What if this person wants to retire overseas and go back home, or just be not in Canada in the winter
I'm
years?
I'm
How does
glad
it
that
work
you
then?
I'm glad you asked the question, because if you thought the PPP was good up to this point, now you're going to see that it's sort of unavoidable as a solution for people who want to leave Canada. So, but to explain the rules, it's important to remember that in Canada, we have what's called a departure tax, a deemed disposition on your wealth when you cross the border and you decide to stop being a resident of Canada. So even though you haven't sold any of your goods, any of your wealth, you're deemed to have sold it at fair market value, and now there's a big tax consequence, right? That's the departure tax.
Okay.
And it applies to pretty much everything you own except what are called exempt assets.
Okay.
Well, guess what? The PPP is classified as an
Don't
exempt
say it.
asset.
Don't say it.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So you've got three,
Okay.
$4 million in your PPP. You decide to retire outside of the country. You decide to stop being a resident of Canada because you don't want to pay Canadian taxes anymore. Your $4 million is exempt from that departure tax. You just saved yourself, whatever, another $1 million in taxes. So again, my $2,800, is that really important?
Yeah.
I just saved you
No,
an
no.
extra million.
I don't think we're talking about the fees anymore. We're only going to focus on the value that we're generating here.
But it gets better than that, because now you're in one of those 100 countries. I'm not sure the exact number, but it's about 100 countries that Canada has a tax treaty with. Like US is the big one, Europe, France, Portugal, whatever. So what the countries have decided amongst themselves in signing these international tax treaties is that if you're collecting income from a PPP or any kind of real pension plan, the tax rate imposed by Canada is 15%, 1-5, not 50, which is what
Wow.
you're used to as a resident when you
Yeah.
tax on federal and provincial tax. So you've gone from a 50% tax bracket to a 15% tax bracket on that annual pension that you're collecting while you're non-resident.
If you found this clip valuable and you'd like to listen to the whole episode, then please go to Spotify or Apple or Google or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts and search for Your Rich Fulfilling Life Show for the whole episode.